Okay, so let's talk about resolution. This is very important because this will set your basis for the rest of the project. Let's start off with what exactly is resolution. Resolution is the exact pixel by pixel dimension of the chip that is inside your camera that you may be or may not be shooting at, right? So we look at that resolution and that translates over to how you're gonna view it. Your standard HD TV is 1920 by 1080. That's like the standard cable television that's pumping out now HD signal, and that's high definition. We've kind of forgotten about standard definition. Those cameras are out of date. You need to get on the HD train because that's where everything's moving. We're talking YouTube, we're talking the internet, we're talking Vimeo, we're talking your TV at home, you're talking your Blu-ray disc. Now, just to take a second, DVDs, old TVs, some low resolution websites, and some older computers are not going to be at that high definition standard, which is now, again, 1920 by 1080. Get that in your head because that is the main resolution that we're talking about. Typically, DSLR video cameras, which a lot of you will probably be starting out on, will shoot 1920 by 1080. At 24 frames per second, or 23.98, or 60 frames per second. We'll talk more about frame rate later, but let's stick on resolution. The big thing to remember is that as you grow in cinema and as you grow in cameras, the resolution will get higher. TVs are now getting bigger. So let's go from 1920 to 1080. What's the next common step? It's called 2K, which is 2000 something by something, which is a really not much bigger than a 1920 by 1080, but it's sort of been a selling point for a lot of different projects. GoPro was one of the first consumer cameras that started shooting at 2K. So that typically isn't really popping. People have gone from 1920 and they've skyrocketed to 4K. 4K is 4096 by 2160 pixels. Again, that's down and across. So that's a big image. And that reason why is there's more pixels, there's more detail in your image. And you can see that it's just much clearer. As opposed to 1920 by 1080, there's more pixels, more definition. It's kind of the way you would look at a painting, right? If there's more strokes and more fine detail, the more you're gonna be able to see the detail of the entire piece, as opposed to broader, less strokes, it's gonna be a little fuzzier. Now in painting, that's a look, but for TV and for video to match your eye, the higher the amount of pixels, the more dense, the more detail that we'll see, and that's what they're calling high definition. Chances are the cameras that we're shooting on are not gonna be necessarily 4K, and also chances are the people that you're gonna be showing this footage to are not gonna have a 4K TV to project that full amount of resolution. Maybe if you're projecting in the theater, like AMC or something like that, but typically you're not gonna be that high of a resolution. Now, why would we shoot in 4K? Because a lot of professionals are shooting in 4K and often even 6K. Because you get that resolution, you get that room. So imagine if we shoot right here, we shoot this much space, right? This is maybe a 4K shooting, but we're really gonna project it at this big, right? A 1080 TV. That's much less pixels than this. So we shoot this much. That means we can take this image and we can zoom in that much without losing definition on our final project. So that's really why we would shoot a higher resolution when we can, and then be able to project it at a lower resolution and be able to really kind of just get that detail or reframe that shot or maybe move that shot left or right without losing definition. 4K cameras are getting cheaper and cheaper. There's some smaller Sonys and Panasonics that are gonna be a little more cheaper that you can shoot 4K on. They're mirrorless cameras, which we can talk about later. But chances are, if you're gonna shoot 4K, that means it's gonna take up more card space. That's gonna take up more computer space when you do post, and it's gonna require a much beefier system to run through all of that stuff and edit it and output it. So for now, I would say, if you're starting out to do cinematography and you're investing in a camera, investing in post work and really getting out there, 1920 by 1080 is your best bet. If you can rent a higher quality camera, maybe a small Sony mirrorless camera, or if you have enough budget to get a Red or an Ari or any of those bigger Alexas or anything like that, shoot a bigger resolution if you've got the bandwidth, because you always want to get as much detail and as much resolution as you can. The future of high definition is kind of up in the air. I think in about a few years, people are going to be moving to 4K TVs, but typically everything's in step and step and step, mostly because companies need to sell you as much as they can and then move on to the next it thing. The next it thing will be 4K. 3D has kind of fallen off, I think, a little bit. After 4K in a few years, 5 years, we'll probably get to 6K, and it'll just keep going. I think the eye kind of is settling around 2K, 4K as far as what we can see. It's kind of an unknown right now. I think a lot of people are not necessarily moving towards resolution, but moving more towards high dynamic range, which means being able to see in the shadows and see in the brights. So I think there might be some trends in cameras moving towards sensitivity and stuff like that as opposed to resolution, but you need to know what resolution is in order to get the rest of your camera and cinematography moving.